Right, this one's a bit heavy, it gets a bit violent, this one, yeah. I end up getting stabbed up and everything in this one, so it's not for the faint-hearted, you know what I mean? But it's funny, but it's not funny. It's like dark humour funny. Like, I laugh now, and yeah, there's a few parts of what you will laugh at, because it is funny, but the overall, it's not funny at all. It was proper heavy. So, in my house, what I've got is, I've got doors, but my door's the wrong way around on purpose. So, if you try and boot my door open, you can't, because it opens outwards. They all open outwards in the house, and they're all heavy fire doors with no glass panes or nothing in them, and they've got a key. You know, like, remember like in schools where you have heavy fire doors, you've got a handle and it's got a key. Yeah, well, that's what my doors are, and they open the wrong way. So you can only boot my door open if you're in the room. So to get into me ken, you'd have to go through a window and then boot one of the doors because I'll lock all the doors. You know, like, every night when I'm going to bed, every door's locked. The house is like sealed off, secluded. Now, I had the baby with me, my cousin's baby. He was 5. So she said, "Want to come to yours? We'll have a baby now." I said, "All right, Sans." She comes down, brings the baby. The baby's, it's time for bed. It's about 9 o'clock, 9:30. It was winter night as well. So I said, "Yeah, put him upstairs in the spare room." So the lad's in the spare room. Now, I had a camera. She brought this camera thing with her, you know, like, you'll know yourself what's audio and you can see and all that. So I've set the camera up and I put the audio on. Baby's asleep, fast asleep. So I've shut the door and I've locked the door. Do you know what I mean? Now you might think, yeah, you can't do that, but you would do that because the baby can get out the doors anyway. You don't want the baby falling down the stairs. I had no safety gate. The house wasn't childproof. Give her the key. There's the key. Keep that key in your purse. That's it, yeah. If the baby does anything, run up and see him. Yeah, so it's sound. Baby's safe. So when I say a bevy, I only a couple on a catch up. Do you know what I mean? Not like heavy and all that. Just like a little few beers, whatever. Sitting there having a laugh and all that. Now, the only door in my house, what isn't the same as the other doors, is the kitchen door, the dining room door. Is in the dining, it's like a dining room, and then there's another door, and then the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a dining room, then a kitchen. So we're just like roaming around the kitchen and dining room. The living room door's just all everything's shut up. Do you know what I mean? So you can't do nothing. Get on this, proper heavy. So I'm sitting there, right? I said to her, "Where's my keys, my house keys?" Because she'd been out. And she went, "I've got them in my purse." So I thought, "Oh, sound okay." I'm under the impression that she's got the front door keys in her purse, yeah. No, here's what's happened. We didn't realise until after the event, so I'll tell you first what happened. She's left the keys in the front door, in the lock. She's opened the door, because she's had bags now with her. She's come in and just kicked the door behind her. So the keys are still in the door. How coincidental and fucked up is this, right? It's crazy. Sitting there, having a baby and all that, and with the house keys, what I've got for all the interior doors, they're all on the same, they're the inside keys, they're on the different, it's different. They don't go out with me, they don't go out the house with me. So it's separate keys. Sitting there, next thing, I just hear this noise, and I'm thinking, what the fuck's that? Yeah, and then just there's all this commotion, yeah. So kids have come through my house, right? About 5 of them. So what I don't even know how many of them there could have been more. But they're in single file, right? And they've come to the kitchen, I've seen it, I've thought, shit. So I've jumped up like that, I've put my foot by the door, and they've smashed the window, the dining room window on it, right? And just threw a sword, not like a machete, it's more like a sword, because it was a stabber, not an overarm, because they wouldn't have no room. So after they've done that, they stabbed me right in the arm, right? And like right by my wrist. Should see the fucking gash on me, right? So I'm bleeding to fuck, and I'm thinking, that's heavy, that. So I'm like, "What you fucking want? What you want?" And they've all like sort of half froze. So I said to her, "Get me a blade." So she's panicked, obviously she's a bird, she's just a normal bird, you know what I mean? She runs in the kitchen, comes in with a fairy cake tray. I said to her, "What the fuck do you want me to do with that?" And some of these are like sort of half burst, but I'm bleeding. But I'm like half laughing, like, "What the fuck do you want me to do with that?" So I've got this fairy cake tray. But like, it's a fairy cake tray, you know, like the little things in where you put the, you know what I mean? So they froze, I'm like, "What you want? What you fucking want?" And I'm going, "It's not him. It's not him." And I'm like, "What you want, lads? What you want?" So they've tried to stab me again, but they can't because I've moved myself away. They can't get in the door. I'm like, "You can't get in." I'm like, "You're not getting through this door, lad." So they're trying to boot the door, but it doesn't open that way, it opens the other way. So they can't get in. So by this time she's come back, she's got me all kinds of blades. I'm like, "Lad, first one who comes through's fucking getting it." So they've all like sort of half backed down and been saying, "It's not him, it's not him, it's not him." So they've all just scattered. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I'm bleeding to fuck. I'm like, "No fucking way." So I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to have to go to the Aussie." I said, "So listen," I said, "Get the baby and just get." So she's phoned a taxi. I've been like, "Drop me off." So I've gone to the Aussie, I've wrapped myself up in that. So I've locked all the house up in that. Still don't know what the fuck's going on. Goes to the Aussie. Ends up getting like 44 stitches in my arm and like 38 micro stitches, so like inside it. And it was heavy, like, do you know what I mean? So I had this big hole in my arm. And the nurse comes over to me, she puts the light on me, and she goes, "What happened here?" I said, "That." I said, "Listen, look," I said, "I'm in shock." I said, "Look at the fucking state of my arm." And then what happens is, it goes home, goes back in the gaff and all that sounds. The next morning wakes up, the whole street's cordons off, yeah. I lived on the corner house, yeah. The lad who lives on the other corner house, they've been told to come and do someone, but they've got the wrong corner house. That's what I can figure out of it, you know what I mean? But fucking lucky there, proper dodgy, but just got the wrong house, you know what I mean?